your introduction made me feel good because I was actually feeling a little bit down after all that stalwarts around me. That do I even deserve to be on this stage? But I think you tried to pick me up with a little bit of inflated introduction. Thank you very much for that. All the distinguished dignitaries on the dais, I would not want to go over each and every name and do the cardinal sin of missing out an important person. There are so many big, distinguished people on the dais, and there are so many distinguished people in the audience that I can see and recognize, with whom I have worked over the past almost 2 years in my stay in Dubai, and seen the kind of commitment, vibrancy that they bring to their work, that they bring to everything that they do. And I keep meeting people every day. It's not that I've met every iconic business leader in UAE. That's the kind of relationship that we have between India and UAE. Mr. Sachin gave me a warning that this is not a talk shop. We shouldn't be talking too much. So I had actually prepared a speech. But then now I'm worried whether I should be wasting people's time going over the speech. It is important, however, to say a few things that is relevant for the people here. You were mentioning about wanting to become a $1 trillion economy by 2030. And I think if there is one state in the country that can achieve such an ambitious goal, it is Maharashtra. And the data speaks for itself. Today we are almost just over $4.2 billion economy. We surpassed Japan just a couple of months ago, and we have progressed from 10th spot in 2014 to 4th spot in 2025. Our target is to overtake Germany by 2028. I think we will do much before that, considering the trajectory we are on. We are consistently talking 7% or 6.5 to 7% GDP, average GDP every year. So we should be becoming a $5 trillion economy by which we will be surpassing Germany. Now going back to the $1 trillion economy target, forget $1 trillion economy, that's just a step. What we should actually target is to become a $6 trillion economy by 2047. Maharashtra has the potential to become a $6 trillion economy, with India aspires to become a $30 trillion economy by 2047. I think that should be the target. The $1 trillion economy by 2030 should only be a step towards that bigger target. And I am sure, I am confident that the community, the Maharashtra business community in UAE, many of the icons over here, we have Mr. Vinod Dada was a shining example of that potential, who is here. They will be an important part in that. And India-UAE relations as such will be an important element in ensuring that India's aspirations to become a $30 trillion economy by 2047 is achieved without any difficulty. It is in this spirit that the consulate worked with the government of Maharashtra, and we had the great privilege of having the Maharashtra Industries Minister join us for the National Day celebrations in January this year. We had our National Day celebrations in Ras Al Khaimah, and we had a business forum in Ras Al Khaimah with special focus on Maharashtra, where our Honourable Industries Minister had joined us. So I could see the commitment not just from the businesses but also from the government of Maharashtra to improve bilateral relationship with UAE. As His Excellency Yaqub Al-Ali wished, we just celebrated our Independence Day yesterday, and it was a time for us to reflect on the great potential that the India-UAE relationship offers for us. Let me please permit me to give a few data points which will drive home the point that any Indian state's aspiration to grow economically should always include a strategy to harness the potential that UAE, particularly Dubai, offers. Trade, we know what is the global narrative on trade, what is the global sentiment on trade. I don't want to get into the political aspect of it. But India-UAE trade partnership is an antithesis to this whole negative sentiment about trade that is prevailing in the world. We signed the CEPA in February 2022. It came into effect in May 2022. In March 2022, the bilateral trade was $69 billion. Just because we signed the CEPA and the avenues that the CEPA opened, because 99% of tariff lines, Indian exports were covered. 97% of tariff lines bilaterally were included in this CEPA. Such a forward-looking open CEPA meant that trade could progress from $69 billion in March of 2022 to just cross $100 billion by March of 2025. You can see this almost a 45% growth in just 3 years' time. You would be amazed to learn, I'm sure some of you already know this, the CEPA that UAE signed with India was its first ever CEPA. The CEPA was negotiated in 88 days and signed. And what UAE has done, and that is their vision that this country has, UAE has gone ahead and signed CEPA with 27 other countries in just this 3 years' time. They are taking free trade as a tool for national economic development. They are not being closed, they are being open. And what does that mean for Indian exporters? Indian exporters, who we already have the CEPA with UAE, and take advantage of the CEPA that UAE has signed with 27 countries, use Dubai and UAE as a hub, bring the products to UAE, make a little bit of value addition, and you can go to 27 other countries that are available. So, a smart business strategy can open up great markets for Indian exporters. And I would like to focus on the small and medium enterprises, because in my introduction it was told that I served in Korea. It has always been a fascinating story about how Korea developed its economy. We think that it was always the conglomerates, the chaebols like Samsung or LG or Hyundai. But contrary to that, it is the SMEs in Korea which has actually driven their national growth. It is the SMEs in Korea which has made Korea an economic powerhouse, a trading powerhouse. For an economy that size, almost 10 years back they were a $1 billion trading economy. There were $600 billion of exports and $400 billion of imports, meaning $200 billion of surplus that they had almost 10 years ago. And that strategy was not because of the chaebols or the conglomerates which we all know by name, but because of the medium and small enterprises. They took advantage of the trading arrangements that Korea had with several countries, and they drove almost 80% of the economy. Maharashtra has that potential. Actually, Maharashtra, SMEs in Maharashtra, all of you are SMEs, most of you are SMEs. You can harness the potential that India's trading relationship, especially the special relationship that India has with countries like UAE, and take advantage of that, grow to become a much bigger company, thereby driving economic progress for your state and for the country. In this regard, I would like to highlight that the government of India and the government of Dubai have already put in place an enabling mechanism which will come into force next year. We have envisioned, and we are working towards creating an entity called the Bharat Mart, which will be set up in Jebel Ali Free Zone, which will come up in 2026. A very simple concept wherein Indian exporters, again I would mention about SMEs, who could export, who could showcase their products in the Jebel Ali Free Zone, in the Bharat Mart that is there, and buyers from across the world, from Africa, from Middle East, from GCC, from Eastern Europe, would be traveling to Dubai because they all source their products from Dubai. And they come here, they would come to Bharat Mart, buy the product, and the product will be in the bonded warehouse attached with the Jebel Ali Free Zone. So without getting into the whole customs process, Indian goods can be delivered to remote corners of Africa. A very simple economic concept, but it can revolutionize the manner in which markets are opened up for Indian SMEs working out of India. So we at the consulate will be very, very happy to connect businesses from Maharashtra, to connect the export promotion entities from Maharashtra, particularly the agricultural sector, which you have a huge potential for Indian agricultural products, Indian handloom products, electronic products to access the global markets. And DP World as an entity is ready to help you with the logistics and trade financing aspects also. So without much business risk being involved, Indian businesses can access global markets. So these sort of innovative elements are also being put in place so that Indian businesses can take full advantage of the relationship that we have between India and UAE. So to conclude, I would like to thank Mr. Satish Kumar and the whole wonderful team at GEC and MEDC for this initiative. When they came up with this idea, with so much passion is displayed, there is no way that the Consul General of India can not be a part of it. So very happy that you gave us this opportunity. And let me assure you that we will be with MEDC, we will be with MIDC, every entity of Maharashtra. We work with Mr. Rahul Tulpe, who has been a representative of MIDC here. We have had such great relationship with the GMB of Mr. Sunil Manjrekar and his team, Mr. Dr. Sanjay Paitankar, who works for the labor. If everybody whom I have interacted with in the Maharashtra community have displayed so much of passion for their state, for their country. So please keep up this good work. Bring more glory to Maharashtra and to India. Jai Hind.